Thinking about what to do after high school? How about jumping directly into your future? Oconee Fall Line Technical College offers hundreds of programs to prepare students for the real world. From business to healthcare to professional and technical services, our graduates go straight into a career. And tuition? Surprisingly affordable. At Oconee Fall Line Technical College, you will succeed sooner. Apply today at oftc.edu.
All right, boys, if you want to go to college, you have to clear out another one of these.
What if we told you there was a better way to save for your kids' college than pickle jars? Morris Bank's Savings Builder account and moolah makes saving for your kids' college easier than ever. All you have to do is connect the account to your debit card, where it automatically rounds up your purchases to the nearest dollar, depositing that spare change into a moolah account where it will grow into a nice little nest egg for whatever your kids have their sights set on.
What's happened over the last 15 years as far as roads? We have completely connected the Georgia port with I-16 and with I-95, and there are now roads, this Jimmy DeLoach Parkway. It's easier, and you don't see as many trucks coming around I-16 and I-95 because they have these separate roads to get in and to get out. Georgia DOT has been unbelievable to that. This is the Mason Mega Rail. So 5 years ago, we got a $40 million grant from the federal government to build a mega rail. We wanted to put Norfolk Southern and CSX on the property of the Georgia ports, where we could build 10,000-foot railroads, trains. A 10,000-foot train can go to Memphis from here. A 10,000-foot train can go to Chicago. So that's what we were doing. Well, we thought it was going to be about $120 million project. It's turned out to be a $200 million project, and I think will be completely finished by the end of this year. This is what it looks like. All of these, so we got cranes there that go over 9 sets of railroad tracks. And there's 6 of those. This bridge right here is the new Johnny Isaacson Bridge. That was the thing that the port did. Johnny helped us so much in our SHEP, getting the harbor expansion. You'll see what, now this whole left side is finished. The right side is getting there. And you'll see, I thought it was 1 million. It's 2 million TEU capacity. It's a lot better to carry it by rail and cheaper. Oh, I did it again. No. SHEP, we don't even talk about the harbor deepening project anymore. It's 75 to 80% finished. We should finish the whole thing by the end of this year. 21 years we've been trying to deepen that river 5 feet. 5 feet. And a $1 billion project. So it's, and that's one of the dredges. Will rode on one of those too. Well, there you go, completed by end of this year. This is everything we've done. The only problem we got, and I look at John now, is we've got a locking dam in Augusta that's really caused a lot of problems. And the problem is the short-nosed sturgeon, which is 180 miles away at the mouth of the Savannah River, is affected by the Savannah locking dam in Augusta. Now, if y'all can figure that out, and we thought we had $30 million in it, now we're talking $100 million to mitigate this. So that's another, just a little more part of the environmental side that we do. The two terminals in Brunswick, or Mayor's Point is the break bulk point or terminal, and then Colonel's Island, which is about 1,700 acres, maybe 1,000 acres that are available. And that shows we've really been down on break bulk. And honestly, part of that, and I was talking to Wayne, the pellet warehouse that just burned was probably the biggest part of this thing here, and we don't know what's going to happen with that. So you see, other than Baltimore, we're the second second in volume and the third fastest growing railroad port in the country. This is, it shows 500 acres. You have to build these things out for these car companies to come. We've been to Germany, and we're waiting on Volkswagen to tell us they'll bring 250 more thousand in. About to build a new berth, which is right in front of the third berth. This is, the green things here, we had a car go off in the water there, so we've had to do that. That was for safety. And you can see they just drive in. 3 years ago, we had a peanut facility, and we lost just about all the business. And grain from Mississippi, primarily, they would bring it over. So we tore all that down, and we've created 40 acres just to park these cars. Anytime y'all ride down there and see that, there's usually 40 to 50,000 cars that you're looking at when you ride over that bridge and see all those around. It's amazing. We saved like a mile, 1.2 miles, and with 100,000 cars every one, you can imagine what that does and how much that saves on that. And we built a Matthew, we built a roundabout. Did you see that? And it worked really well. So this is basically what we've done at Colonel's Island. We're prepared to be the largest railroad. And when I say it's not only cars, it's high and heavy, it's Caterpillar equipment, it's JCB equipment, it's all John Deere, it's all those things. We're ready now with 400 acres already permitted. All they've got to do is come in and say, we'll put you in there. Across the street is the Mercedes embarkation. We export more Mercedes out of the Port of Brunswick than anywhere in the country, and we export most of them from Vance, Alabama, where the Mercedes plant is. Most of them go to Europe, the SUVs. Is that strange? I think there's one more. Oh, and you've got to, you know what, it takes a lot to turn those ships around. So we've tried to get the Corps and everybody to let us put another turning basin in Brunswick. That is the Georgia ports. That's where we are. It is, I think, the best business I have ever been associated with.
I do want to remind everyone, business after hours next month, June 15th. We've got that coming up, and Women in Business Ladies' Day of Golf. I want to make sure and explain to folks that is a tournament just for women to play in. It's a 9-hole event, and ladies can sign up as a team or an individual for that. I had a lot of men calling yesterday wanting to know about how to play in the tournament. This one's for ladies. Your tournament's later in the year that the ladies play in as well. But whether you've played golf or not played golf, we'd like to have ladies sign up and come out for that. It is a Women in Business event, and so we want you to support that. And we also found out yesterday that later in the fall, and I think we have a date set on it, but I don't want to say yet, but Miss Sandra Stanley will be coming back to speak again at our Women in Business program, which a lot of folks enjoy hearing Sandra speak as well. So we got a lot of great things coming up. I do want to mention we did some numbers yesterday, and want to say thank you to all of you for your continued support and encouragement. We have over $25,000 in new investment in membership this year, which is great considering the economy and everything that's going on. To have that much investment and that many new members at the chamber is wonderful, and so there's a lot of growth and a lot of good things going on. And it's good to see a room full of people. And so just want to remind everybody this morning, we got a lot more things to be thankful for and to be positive about than to be negative or worried about. So count your many blessings, name them one by one. And with that, it's also a great day for business in Dublin and Lawrence County. We're adjourned.
At Lakes Alignment, we would like to take this time to thank our community for your support over the last 66 years, and especially these last few months with the opening of our brand new truck center. When you drive into Lakes Alignment, you get master trained technicians like Anthony Penny. Everybody calls him Bug. but it means so much to us. And on behalf of Neil Harden, Lisa, our staff, and the entire Lake family, we thank you for supporting us since 1954. Come see us today. We open every morning at 8 o'clock, and now our truck center is open on Saturday to serve your big trucks and equipment from 8 until 12. At Lakes Alignment, we thank you and this entire community, and will continue to serve you with the best trained staff and friendly, courteous service. Lakes Alignment, hometown people serving hometown people. Come see us today, 104 Johnson Street, East Dublin.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Gay. I'm a local orthopedic surgeon with Houston Clinic Orthopedics, and we'd really like to invite everybody to come out to our new office facility to take a look at it. It's a larger space with physical therapy, and we're just excited to have it, and we'd love for people to come out and visit us.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Well, we're all here to see Mr. Jimmy Allgood. I don't think the man needs an introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Mr. Allgood, a native of Dublin, has been a 3-term chairman of the Georgia Ports Authority Board. He's still on the board. Having founded Allgood Pest Solutions in 1974, he's grown his business into a regional company with over 350 employees. He was named 2018 Georgia Trend's 100 Most Influential Georgians. He's serving as chairman of the Dublin-Lawrence County Development Authority, was president of Leadership Georgia in 1996. He earned his BBA in economics from the University of Georgia and is currently the chairman of the board of UGA's J.W. Fanning Institute for Leadership and Development. Mr. Allgood is married to Ms. Kathy Wyatt of Dublin, and they have 3 children and 4 grandchildren. Mr. Allgood.
Thank you, Brian. So if none of this works, as far as the PowerPoint, it's all Beth and Ryan. Thank y'all very much for doing this, I hope. John, I got to talk about Will, who's his uncle. Will McKnight has just been the immediate past chair of the Georgia Ports. And if I hadn't already told James this, I was going to tell y'all that's the Marco Polo, which was the ship that came in week before last, and it was 16,000 TEUs. Beth has to tell me that I have to tell y'all a TEU is a 20 equivalent unit, a small box on the back of a truck. A longer box is an FEU, and that's a 40 equivalent unit. So this ship, which is not this ship, this is another one, Will rode in on this that had 16,000 of those containers on it. So that sort of sets everything to start with. The Georgia Ports Authority operates in the Garden City Terminal, which is our container port, and it's about 90% of our revenue. Colonel's Island is where the automobiles are brought in, and you'll see we're the number 2 auto port. Bainbridge is just a small terminal that we usually just connect with trucks and rail, and it's primary minerals down in that part of the state. The Appalachian Regional Port's in Chatsworth, and it's just opened 3 years ago. We had hoped that it would become a 60,000 TEU or 50,000 TEU container inland port that would take about 75,000 vehicles or trucks a year off the road in Atlanta. Last year, and you'll see what this is, it did 60,000. So the next one, and the next time we come up here, there'll be a Northwest Georgia inland terminal, and it's in Gainesville. So those are the places that we operate. We have the Terry College of Business come in every other year and give us an impact of what the Georgia ports do. It's about, you can see, I won't read all these. Let me just tell you a little bit about Georgia ports. It's $500 million. It makes about $250 million. I mean, all you business folks, can you believe that? And we take every bit of the money we make and put it back in the port. So that's how the growth has happened with the Georgia ports. You can see we're the fastest growing port in the country. Griff Lynch, who y'all have heard, has been down here several times, his eye now, believe it or not, is on New York, New Jersey. We want to become larger than that. I don't think we'll ever reach the West Coast simply because you can see that says LA Long Beach, but there are like 18 terminals out there. The state of Georgia is very unusual in that it runs our own port. There are only 3 state-owned ports. One's Virginia, one's South Carolina, and one's Georgia. And Georgia is the largest of those. So this is the big monkey. It is 1,345 acres, and it is the largest contiguous container port in the world. And we're able to grow simply because of the geography, and we've been able to buy different lines or different areas all above it. And we'll talk a little bit about those. So what happened to us last year, January through June? We were about to have a fit. 136 voided sailings means we didn't get that many ships. Volumes were 2.1 million, and we had about a 4.5 million TEU budget. It was down 7.1, and I got to tell you, Will McKnight was a worried son of a gun. All of us were. So then the second half of the year came, and this is calendar year. Is that going to go, or do I have to do that? There it goes. And things got better. We had 50 extras. We moved 2.6. We're up 10.4. Row, I didn't tell them that, Beth. Roll on, roll off. Those are the auto carriers. That's what those do. And that was up significantly. So in the calendar year, we were up 1.8%. And honestly, I don't think anybody in this room knew what was going to happen last year. So after July, things really got cooking. Can you imagine running your business? And I was thinking of a bunch of folks in here. We were up this past month 48%. The business at the Georgia ports was up 48%, and they had a heck of a time. I think you try to get 15 to 20% overtime. You don't want to pay any more than that. I think we paid 41% overtime to our people, and our folks are tired. So what we did, and we're talking about workforce. We had a fair, an employment fair, 6 weeks ago on Saturday. We had 1,000 people come and apply. And believe it or not, and Darren, I'm looking at you, it's hard. I think we're going to get 200 folks out of it, which we're about 1,400 people that work for the Georgia port now. So we were up 18,000 or 18%, 800,000 TEUs, which is the size of a good small port. I think this is the main thing. I think you want to know where you're going with the Georgia Ports Authority, and what you have to look at is where you were, but where you're going. The past 10 years, we spent $1 billion in capital, and that's how much we made. Capital investment in the next 10 years, we expect to be $3.2 billion. We will not be able probably to support all that, so we're going to sell about $500,000 in bond, $500 million. Have a hard time with the B. So here's the first thing we're going to do. Well, no, I take that back. This is the Savannah Container Terminal. It's on the other side of the bridge, Talmadge Bridge at Hutchinson Island. We're proposing to build a new container terminal, and that is a $1 billion project. Now, it takes a long time to get these things permitted, so we're looking 5 or 6 years just for permits left. The next is the Garden City improvements. This is what we're talking about with the geographic area is so big. You can see we're moving all of the, we think we can increase to 650. Rubber-tired RTGs are the big cranes that go over the containers, that move the containers on the yard. And you'll see we're going to move all of these. And this is going on right now. They do really. And again, if you can picture, this thing above this is the mega rail, but what you picture is this is 1,345 acres, and this is about 60 acres of it, I think. Next, this is the coolest thing, and you folks at the Exchange saw this. This is the first time we did this. So we've got berth 1, which is right under the Talmadge Bridge, and the dock, or the berth itself, goes out in the river. And we can't park big ships or dock big ships there. You don't park ships, they tell me. So what we've got to do is move this berth back into land. And How do you do that? So that's what it looks like now. Well, you push that thing about 60 or 70 feet back in, and this is about a $200 million project. What that is going to do, and these are ship-to-shore cranes. We've just ordered 6 more ship-to-shore cranes, and those are about $12 or $15 million a piece. Those will be the tallest cranes on the East Coast. So those cranes can go over these big ships, and it takes about 6 of them to work. Now here's what it's going to look like. Once that's done, we will be able to work 6 contiguous big ships at one time. Now we can get 3 in. Again, this is long term. I mean, this is not going to happen tomorrow. But you can see every one of those. The one in the middle is 6 cranes over a big ship like that normally. We used to move about 1,000 to 2,000 at the most containers when a ship would come in. You don't take it all off and put it all on. These big ships were working 4,000 to 5,000 containers on them. Let's see what that do. Now, this may be the most exciting thing that's going on, and I don't even know what to call it. It's called a cross dock. So we own this property on the right is Georgia Power that they gave us. We bought some more property next to it. We've got companies that have to take international containers off the ship, go through the warehouse, and put them in trucks to get them out of here. A cross dock, you can see, is a long, skinny building. We're building this for Lowe's, Target, Home Depot, Amazon, and Walmart. All of these are on the Georgia Ports property. We will take the containers off, put them in this warehouse. They will then be taken out of the containers and put in trucks and gone and shipped out. We think that, and there's a new one on the right, the one on the left is the one we're about to build. It's about a $65 million project. And I told Griff yesterday, I called him, I said, Griff, I don't find anything about this. I don't understand. He says, we hadn't voted on it yet. We're going to vote on it next month. So this is how fast the Georgia Ports, but it's, tell you what it did, it saved Lowe's from going to a competitive port. And it is absolutely an amazing thing. Now the last thing we're going to do is another small, I say small, above here is the mega rail. This will allow more containers to be put over here from rail and allow us to get more rail lifts. Rail lifts are a lot cheaper than trucks, plus you don't have to find everybody to drive a truck. And that's the problem where we are. So most of this is probably $2 billion of the money, and the Savannah Container Terminal will probably not be built for 10 or 12 years. So those are the 5 primary things that we're going to. I'm looking to see what else I forgot. The Chatham Yard is another rail yard, and we'll talk about the mega rail in just a minute, but that just shows how much we will save as far as time.
Good morning, folks. I'm John Nichols. I'm General Manager at the newly built Bug House Pest Control office here in Centerville, Georgia on Houston Lake Road, where we've had a number of people, companies that have been involved in trying to get this building up and come in this office ready, and one of those is A+ Flooring and Construction. Kyle Gerard really had a major play in everything that happened with this building to get it to where it is today. Very, very pleased with his work and his professionalism and number one, talking and making sure things are done right, but also as far as examples and of flooring and colors and stuff like that. Really made a major difference as far as getting the building built. Very thankful with how it went about and how Kyle was very helpful, answered all the questions that he could. And if he couldn't, then he got back with me and was very timely in making sure that happened. But I just want to give a shout out to A+ Flooring and Construction and tell Kyle We appreciate you. You did a fantastic job. We're very thankful for our new building.
Hi, I'm Don Carswell here at Dublin Chevy Nissan. We don't want to get back to normal, we want to get better than normal. Our people are working harder than ever to earn your business, whether it's in sales or service. We have plenty of Nissans to choose from, and we'll offer you a great buying experience. And folks, there's never been a better time to get more money for your trade. And remember, Don sells cars well, only at Dublin Chevy Nissan.
So my phone, Facebook Messenger, text message blew up last night when everyone read the newspaper yesterday about the special tax districts. Everyone thought we were fixing to redistrict or that we're instituting more taxes and all that kind of stuff. I just want to clear the air. We're doing neither of those things, just so everyone knows. Special tax districts are a vehicle by which we can pave roads that are private drives that don't get county services right now. Those folks pay a little bit of extra money per year on their taxes for roughly 5 years. We pave their road for them. It becomes a county road, and then they have public access from that point moving forward. And so 2 were voted in on Tuesday, both in my district, Matts Drive and Southwood subdivision. We're going to be servicing roughly 42 people in that area who are going to get now get pavement. So no new taxes unless you live in Southwood subdivision or in Matts Drive. So no fear there.
And for our chamber talk today, Mr. Darren King. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Brian. It's good to be here. Right now, we have a challenge trying to keep and retain employees, especially for small business. If you have under 50 employees, we're looking for good quality employees. And one thing I'm getting calls at the office every day is I'm trying to keep an employee or I'm trying to hire an employee and I got to offer benefits. And right now is a great time. A couple of things that went lacking last year was preventive care, diagnostic testing, that kind of thing. And there's a demand for that now. It's a good time to look into the Chamber Smart Plan. We're still helping small businesses under 50 save money. A lot of money. Some businesses saving $25,000, $30,000 a year with it. So it's a great time to give us a call and see if we can help your business and help you retain employees.
And our sponsor today, Dublin Mall, I'd like to welcome Mr. John England.
Great morning. I know I'm the last person to be between Mr. Allgood coming up here, so I know that's what everybody's here to hear. But thank Heath for putting this on, and just want to say, kind of give a quick update of what's kind of going on at the mall. We've been very fortunate here in Dublin over the last 18 months to really kind of come through a pandemic, and we've done some unique things. I've kind of challenged our staff to kind of think outside the box on how we could kind of get through some, retail areas that have been boxed in by different, government mandates and shutdowns and things like that. And what we've seen is we were able to work with the vaccination folks here at the health clinic to kind of use one of our vacancies to help vaccinate folks. We were also able to work with the high school to be able to kind of space out and use some spaces for I think some baseball and some winter sports. So we've tried to kind of be a community partner, especially here in Dublin, Lawrence County. Also want to give you some positive news. It's really, what we've seen is some major increase in sales and volumes. We're very fortunate to be able to track some monthly sales of different retailers. And what we've seen is really since December of this year, as the vaccination has come out, people have really continued to come out and shop, specifically here in Dublin. And so we want to thank the community. I know all the Currys as well, and a lot of other retailers around here are big about shopping local. We want to appreciate all that for all the support that everybody's given. And then we've also got some long-term things that we have been doing. As Matthew finally finishes Hillcrest, we'll be able to hopefully have some better news. There are people that are looking in this market, and so and it's a tribute to the people that are sitting in this room and in the surrounding counties. So with that, we want to thank you all and look forward to hearing about Mr. Allgood in the port.
At Dexter Meat Company, we provide high quality, custom cut, certified Angus beef, and it's cut fresh every day. At Dexter Meat, we're known for our classic favorites, including barbecue meals, whole hogs, chicken, ribs, and get this, everyone's favorite, pimento cheese by the pound, baked potato salad, buttermilk biscuits, peach, blueberry, apple, and blackberry cobbler, cakes, honey, mac and cheese, green bean casserole, and more. Are you hungry yet? Too busy to cook this week? Then call 875-1234 and let Dexter Meat feed your family of 4 or 400. Dexter Meat, closed on Monday and open 10 till 6 Tuesday through Saturday. Check us out on Facebook or online at DexterMeatCompany.com. Dexter Meat, winners of the Georgia Barbecue Association Team of the Year. We are Dexter Meat Company in downtown Dexter. The City of Dublin Natural Gas provides the most cost-efficient source of energy available today. So for your home, choose the most natural resource. Safe, clean, efficient. All new subdivisions around the Dublin area have natural gas available. Start reducing your energy bills today with Dublin City Natural Gas Department. Natural gas, the smart choice. Call 277-5048 today and let us help you start saving today.
What a beautiful day we have, and I hope you've enjoyed a great breakfast already. We've got a great program for you today. Got Mr. Jimmy Allgood here with the Ports Authority. He's going to share some wonderful information. I want to say thank you to Mr. John Engler with the Dublin Mall for being our sponsor this morning. And if I could have everyone bow with me now, we'll return thanks for our breakfast. Father, we thank you for our beautiful day of life that you've given us today, Lord. We thank you for our beautiful community to live and work and play. Thank you for your love and your protection, Lord, and just thank you for each person that's gathered in this room today. I ask that you just continue, Lord, to bless us, to keep us safe, Lord, and that our efforts would be pleasing to you. I ask that you bless the food that we've received this morning to our bodies and our bodies to your service. In Christ's name, amen.
It's great to see everybody here. If y'all remember the first breakfast we had, I think there were a few less tables, so it's great to see that we keep getting more and more people here. So it's wonderful to see everyone. This morning, we've got some speakers here. I want to welcome Mr. Matthew Bradshaw from the City of Dublin. Give us an update.
I wanted to this morning piggyback on what Commissioner Kemp brought up last month, and that is our TIA project. We're going to be starting our Band 3, which is our final TIA project, which is in the existing T-Splosh that we have now. And like he said last time, we hope you vote for another one to begin in 2023. And for all of you wanting to know when's Hillcrest going to be done, the official answer is a year. So try to be patient on that. But anyway, our final TIA project for this round is the Stubbs Park project. This project's been going on and being talked about for probably over 10 years, and the TIA funding is making it possible. So you're going to see a lot of changes. And it is a transportation project, don't get me wrong, but it's really, the big picture is more about expanding Stubbs Park. So the first thing you're going to see happen is the demolition of the remaining Central Elementary. That's on Woodrow and Calhoun Streets and the auditorium. I know that can be sad for some people that went there. I went to school there, and I'm not really disappointed about it. So it's an older building, and we're really going to be able to dress up the park a lot by getting rid of that. So a lot of things are going to change. Calhoun Street will be closed and removed between South Drive and North Drive, and that will really extend the park on out to where the school campus was. So there's a red light now, a traffic signal at Calhoun and Moore. That signal is going to be relocated to Church and Moore, because we know that by cutting Calhoun Street off, that's a major inlet into downtown from like Claxton-Derry and North Dublin. So we're moving that traffic signal down to Church and Moore to handle that traffic. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but if you've been around there, you may notice a little brick building going up beside the Elm Street elevated water tank. It doesn't have any windows in it. It's just got one door that you go in and out. And what that is our fiber optic facility that holds the servers that provide internet services from the City of Dublin to your businesses. It was located in a classroom in the old school. So since we're tearing the school down, we're having to move it to that building. We're excited about that. It's a good looking building that we're just finishing up on. And the biggest change, and what I'm most excited about, is a roundabout, the City of Dublin's first roundabout going at Moore Street and Claxton-Derry. And I know what you're thinking. The city's already got one. Well, actually we don't. The roundabout that we have now at 257, Trey beat us to on that. That's actually the county project, got that going. But it's not a bad thing because hopefully people have been through it and they won't, you know, crash in ours that we build. So, so it's okay. We're not mad about that. But hopefully everybody likes that. I mean, you know, if you've been to that intersection on Classic Day where you pull up to Moore, it's very difficult to see traffic coming from west to east. So that's going to be a huge improvement there. And we hope it'll just make the park much better and negotiating all that traffic there much better. So thanks for the opportunity to update on all those projects, and hopefully we keep moving on.